Hi, and welcome to episode 60 of the Walleye Chronicles. This week we have MWC partners Jack Lee and Nik Sunde on. They're also the owners of Prairie Plains Outfitters, so ought to be a great listen, you guys. Sit back and enjoy. Jack and Nik, everybody. Off the boat, out of the water, and we start talking some fishing. Just plain fishing fun. Doesn't matter what it is, we just want to talk fishing. Today, I have Jack Lee and Nik Sunde today on Walleye Chronicles. They are two of the men that operate Prairie Plains Outfitters out in South Dakota, and they also travel together on the MWC. So how you guys doing today?
Good, how are you?
Great.
Wonderful. So first off, what got you guys into? Are you guys local to South Dakota? Are you guys plants? Where are you guys all from?
Yes, we are very local to South Dakota. Yes, we born and raised here.
Watertown, South Dakota.
Yep.
Anywhere northeastern South Dakota is pretty much where we've grown up hunting and fishing
Our whole lives.
Yep.
So
Awesome. So is it? South Dakota right now is the perfect time to be there too. It's like
you can cast and blast right now.
Yeah.
You can go shoot
yeah, you
whatever
can do
you
whatever
want.
you want.
awesome. So what made you guys want to start an outfitter company?
That's a good question.
It's tough. It's tough being out here, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. With like South Dakota being a state where you have to draw for migration, like migratory bird, you have to draw licenses. So that's all. So if you draw a license, it's all county based as well. So it makes it even harder. So when you come into South Dakota, and I don't know the exact number that's given out every year, but it's not many.
No, it's not. I think it's just maybe a handful.
And then
Could be
it's
correct.
strictly county based. So as a guide, it makes it even harder unless you have lease ground and whatnot and stuff like that.
Like we'll get guys that will call us and say, "Hey, we got our out of state license." Well, we'll ask, "Well, what county is it?" And it's like, "Oh, a county that's 3 hours away from us." It's
That's-
like, "Well, we can't help."
Makes it really tough.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
I didn't realize that they had the draw for migratory game birds.
Yep, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yep.
It's
tough.
and they can draw. They can even draw. Out west of the river where there really isn't much of a migration or ducks or geese. Maybe so. A guy coming from all the way from Louisiana to go out hunting West River, like we call it in South Dakota, West River. It may not be the South Dakota that you're truly thinking of, like when you're out northeastern South Dakota or just east of the river an hour or so, where that true migration is.
Yeah.
Wow.
And another thing that we, I guess, help accommodate for that is we do live scope trips when we can. We get people that all the time, like when we're ice fishing or whatever, like, "Oh, you guys can do this, like open water in the boat." But yeah, it's a great time.
Yeah,
It's
live
an
scoping
absolute-
in the boat with new clients is a ball.
Yeah.
So what made you? So was it the fishing or the hunting that made you want to start the outfitters?
Definitely was the hunting right away, and then I bought a first boat, and then we were like, there was an MWC on Bitter Lake, hopped into that. Not
Haven't looked
yeah.
back since.
Yeah,
Let's just put it that way.
not knowing much to. Our I guess our information scale of what we've learned and grown from is greatly improved a lot, and I hope it continues going that way because I'm enjoying the ride, that's for sure.
This year would have been our first true season fishing a circuit of sort at the MWC. So it was definitely eye opening going to different the bodies of waters that we did go to this year. It was crazy.
Like Lake Erie, we went to Lake Erie, not knowing anything, and went out for the MWC, and absolutely had a blast all pre-fish, and then of course it decided to blow the first day. First day it decided to 6 footers easy in a VS hull was not fun.
Yeah, Ranger, the old early
VS.
2000s Ranger VS hull. It was a ride for sure.
Yeah, but we made her back, and then that was that's where we met Max, and that's where our friendship began with him. And then we caught up this year in Michigan. We were up in Gladstone out of Little Bay. Yeah, Beta Knock.
That one was super fun.
Yeah, that was a super fun one.
Fishing Michigan waters is a lot of fun if you like to watch your live scope.
Yes.
Right. It makes it life a lot easier, especially, it depends on where you started learning live scope. The people that got to learn it up in Green Bay up there, oh man, that's awesome for them, right?
I know.
The rest of us that learn it on dirty ass water and shallow water, it's like, God, that sucks. You go up there and you're like, this is awesome. I can do this all day long, right?
Because it's so clear. Right now is like our problem around here is like you get a wind blowing day or around here we get a few like hot days where it's still and whatever, it creates a lot of algae.
Bad algae.
And you obviously Garmin can pick that up so it's hard to see your jig. I mean, you can see the fish, but it's hard to track your jig and what you're doing through all the algae, and it just makes it tough around here having shallower water. You can definitely see a lot better in deeper water for sure.
Like going out to places like that where you can crank your view out to 110 and see them fish clear as day out at 110 feet.
Right.
The only thing
that's crazy to me is standing up off my seat and whipping one 100 feet out there just so they don't spook from the boat. Around here, we got to get them, 40 feet, and we got to place it straight in front of their nose, else they're, not going to see it all the time, especially in that algae.
I would say the fish around here though are less stingy versus like places like your Cass Lakes or your Lake Michigans. Them fish in those clear bodies of water, they're a heck of a lot smarter than they are around here in the dirty water.
Yeah.
And you think they've seen more people around here too? Is there a lot of?
Yeah.
So what's your home body of water out there? Actually, let me get that from you.
Bitter.
It'd be bitter.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Hey listeners, let's talk outdoor streaming. What is the best outdoor streaming platform out there? Well, it's simple. It's Fix TV. Not only do they have this great program, but they have all kinds of hunting and fishing shows along with some weaponry shows. So when you get bored and need something to do, get your fix with Fix TV.
Yeah, we'll sneak up to Wa Bay. Those are like the two known lakes around this area. But you got all your smaller glacial lakes that hold very, very big walleyes.
There's lakes
fun to catch.
There's lakes around here. Like when we got back from Michigan this year, it was just going out to have fun, going and catching 26 to 29 inch walleyes and having 8-10 fish days.
Yeah.
So there's world-class fishing around here. You have to have the knowledge to be able to do it. And a live scope, if you're good at it, most definitely opens that book up a lot further.
So to the pushback Port Clinton, those waves would have been the biggest waves you guys had seen up to that point.
I will not much scares me anymore.
Yeah.
Now I got a bigger, better, faster boat now. Not better, it's the same boat, but new. It's brand new, and I don't think I'll be as scared as I was out there. We come out of the chute, call their name, and we come out and all that wash, whatever, and then that wind's blowing right through that pass, and I shit you not, I saw a 7-footer just staring at me. I was like, this is so daunting. Like our spot was 20 miles away, and we went 9 miles. It took us an hour to go 9 miles.
Yeah,
that's
crazy. And then once you're jumping up on the front of that bad boy and the waves are crashing over.
Oh, it's like you're holding on to each other, just like you're trying to and then you're trying to make a cast.
Right.
Lake Michigan was a little bit of the same thing. Day 2 we had residuals, so those were 4 and 5s, and then it was downpour on top, and it rained the whole
time,
and we stand parallel next to each other in the bow of his boat. I stand off to his right because he has a big enough screen so we can see. We both can see, and when you're both going through those waves, getting pelted with rain, it gets to be interesting. That's for sure.
For sure. Yeah, I always joke that the bass guys take their seat off, right? Well, not in the wave.
Yeah.
We need our seat to hold on and to catch us in case we're going and get something.
Like
you got something to lean again. It's there, kind of.
I don't know how they do that, and then have to run their foot feed at the same time. It's just they're a different breed when it comes to that stuff.
But then they get in like 3-footers. They're like, oh, it was wild out there.
And they're taking them over the bow and stuff like that.
Right.
Oh, well,
So you guys did all but one tournament, I believe? Or did you guys get them all in?
We did
all but
Pentwell and the Illinois River.
Pentwell, you missed Peterman. I was going to say, my local area, you skipped us, but Port Clinton was a rough.
Yeah.
Lake Oahu, you guys killed it. You killed it on Beta Knock, and Cass Lake was. I mean, I don't know if it's your first time there, but that seemed like a pretty good.
No, Cass Lake. We were 2 pounds. We were in it. We were 2 pounds out of it the first day, and the second day with 5 hours left to fish, all of my graphs went out. Had nothing. Couldn't start.
No trolling motor.
Had 2 fish in the live well, 5 hours to fish.
We would have had 5. It would have been close. It would have been another Beta Knock run, but it's okay. We still made the championship, and we both, him and I both know that with the fishing we had, that pre-fishing, we would have had our 5. We would have had 5, and it would have just been another. Either we're there on the bubble or we're not.
But then you rely on your electronics so much there as well. But I didn't even have a big motor neither. Like I had nothing. So I had one battery left that had enough voltage to start it and get me back to the landing, and that's all I had. And so we weighed our 2 fish and we left 5 hours early.
Wow. So had you been to any of these lakes before?
No. Michigan was the first time. Cass Lake was the second time. Erie was the first time. Yeah.
In Erie, the first day we screwed up, and we should have been live scoping the first day.
I should say Oahe, that was the first time him and I have ever tournament fished any part of Oahe together.
Yeah.
That's not a bad first year, guys. Pretty good.
No, and that Oahe tournament it was tough
too,
because we had that second big one on the first day, and it come off. And if you know anything about Lake Oahe, it is very hard to get those big ones to bite sometimes, especially, high sun, and those fish in those trees are very, very stubborn.
Yeah.
And you're hoping, there's days where it's like, okay, you're casting, that one's going to bite, but it's not. In that tournament, it wasn't. I mean, pre-fish was insane.
Outrageous.
Every fish we caught, our smallest one was 8 pounds.
And we had 15 over 8 pounds that week.
Wow.
And we had this spot dialed in. I mean, there was this one tree that they were sitting.
They were just always
on it. The first day we went in there, had both bites, broke off the one, couldn't get them to go. So we had no under program. We were just we were
straight big fishing.
2 big ones, and if we caught a 15.
We were putting slivs in the box. Our unders were 15 and 16.
But the second day we had a 10.5. We weighed 20 and 11.5. We had 26 pounds the second day that put us into 12th. But if we would have had that one more 9-pounder,
it's all what if. But it was. Right? I mean, it was within reason.
But that's the things that keeps you going too.
Yeah, it helps you. It lets you know that you're capable of doing it. Right? I mean, It takes. I have a new partner that I started fishing with a year or so ago, and he's brand new to the game. I'm like, dude, it takes. You got to mess something up. You're going to do this. You have to go through the pains of fishing it to get to the top, right? You don't expect to show up and win every tournament. You're going to do some things dumb.
If you're not,
you're going to stab some fish off.
Yeah. If you're not failing and learning, then what's the fun?
And the other fun part about it is you get to look to your right and left and see guys like Dewey and Max and all the
all the people that we've looked up to.
And it's getting to fish against them guys is so much fun. And JJ, everybody, it's so much fun.
So who was the person that you guys got in the boat and you bumped each other and dude, look who's over there? Who's over there? Who was that first guy? You're damn.
Max. It was definitely Max.
Before we were best buddies, but I would consider us good friends with Max. But before then, every time we seen that black Hamas, it was there's Max.
Yeah. We'd see Dewey and be like, there's Dewey.
Yeah, out at the river when we're out there, you'll see Dewey running. There's Dewey.
And then we got to meet Dewey, and he is
super cool.
He's so cool. He's such a great guy.
He's a cool human.
He's very down to earth and knows a lot.
Yeah, they really do, right? You start picking their brain. You can just get a little bit in. You can get in that little spot, and one little But one little thing, and you can go on for hours talking about something about
it. I think that's what has made Jack and I a better angler each year, is knowing these guys and picking off a little information one by one. You're not going to learn everything and be able to go beat them the next day, or but you're going to learn something if you
learn a lot just listening.
Yeah, I definitely try and take one thing away every time he talks about fishing.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you're talking to you, but in your mind, you're like logging every word they say.
Like, it's just going. Yeah.
Right. You're like, did you hear what he said about that? Oh man, I never thought about that. Right. It's just the things that they think about, and the different things. I never even get into like the line, the different kinds of line they're using, or mono for this and that. You're like,
so we knew like okay, braid to fluorocarbon. Okay, so I was when we were running 10-pound with 10-pound fluorocarbon, your traditional setup. Well, then we started throwing like really small jigs and like finesse presentations, especially at Cass Lake. You need if it's not like wispy, I don't know how many fish we threw at Cass Lake to get 5 bites. Like it was through at it was insane. Outrageous. And they'll come up and they'll go right back down. They'll stare at it every time. And so after throwing those like jigs with like that, it's like, okay, that doesn't cast. Then you start we need thinner braid. We need heavier, thinner braid. So then we went to a 15-pound thinner braid, and then we started the leader after a while would start snapping. So then we picked up, what's it, the Seagar?
Yeah, the Seagar. It's what is it? The Seagar Invisa something. It's some Seagar line.
Yeah, some Seagar 10-pound.
Yellow stuff?
Yep. Yeah, the 10-pound fluorocarbon. That's been dynamite for us this year. And that's what we've, and then like our finesse presentations, I mean, we're throwing, I mean, long rods and I mean 4-pound braid and 4-pound mono. I mean, just anything to.
Those guys up in northern Minnesota get crazy with line.
It's crazy. It is.
Like
it's insane.
And it's no joke when they whip your butt either, because they're doing something a hell of a lot different than you are, and they're catching.
Right.
You pick up on it really fast.
So, do you guys own trolling rods?
Yeah. Yes, and actually 4, and actually 2 of them came in on beta knock. Because it happened to Max too. There was something in our breaker, something went out at our house that night before the second day, and his trolling motor died at 2. My live scope died at 11:30.
Thankfully, we had
both our big ones already. So I had everything else. So we just literally put down the spinner rods and we caught one.
we did catch one.
So we never gave up. So that's why they're in there.
But do you guys don't troll though?
No, absolutely.
It's a mess when we troll. And you don't want us to troll.
It's we think we know enough about the scope where we just don't take our heads off of it.
It's just one of those things where you get just brainwashed about, and just that's all you think about, and that's all you want to get good at.
And the other thing is that the guys are winning or doing it. So if you want to compete in any way, shape, or form, you got to be good at it.
Yeah, it's weird because I can go just a random day, and I might not catch many fish, but I'll sit and stare at that screen for hours.
There's times
there'll be times where I'll just sit there and I'll have drove around for 10, 15 minutes and I haven't made a cast. It's just sitting across my lap, and I'm just watching, drive around, looking at stuff, seeing what happens.
Yeah.
The whole world.
Yeah, it is. And just seeing what's going on beneath there in live time is unbelievable. And it's so informational. I think it can help a lot, and it's obviously helped us read fish, like what way they're going, what way they're traveling, how walleyes sit, like
why they're doing what they're doing.
Absolutely.
Right. I'm sure, as you know, then I think I would say the most common disbelief that there is out there is walleyes in the bottom 2 feet of the water column, right? That is the most. We've debunked that 10 times out of 10.
Lake Oahe, 80 foot of water,
and they're sitting up.
They're
in
sitting
30 feet
30
in the
feet
30-foot
right?
water column. You know what I mean?
That
That's
or yeah, even we were catching some really nice 18s to 20 inchers, and we were in 30 feet of water. They were literally 4 feet.
4 feet underneath the surface
in Lake Oahe.
So how long have you guys been on the live scope? You guys were right off the bat when it first came out, or
No, we've been
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years at
year
max.
and a half, 2 years.
There's definitely guys out there that have a lot
more.
Right.
more down.
Oh yeah.
But
it's
gotta log those hours, boys. Log those hours.
Yeah, exactly.
We definitely get. I definitely think we get a little more hours on it than most people our age, just because of our job lets us and whatever. We're always. Any second we get to fish, we're fishing. Like we haven't been able to fish because it's blowing 80 miles an hour all the time.
It sucks.
But we're actually off to Lake Oahe this
weekend
for the first fall. And so for us, so
That'll be nice.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
So you guys grew up together, I take it?
Kind of. He lived out by the lake before I did.
Lake being Lake Compasco.
Lake Compasco.
You know where that's at, right here in Watertown.
In Watertown. And then I moved out here when I was younger, and we just became buddies. He moved off during high school,
yep.
and then he moved
back.
And then got him a job. Whatever, and then started fishing.
Yeah, it's been fishing and hunting.
So I guess what I'm getting at is, what's it like to fish with somebody that is a partner that if you fish with your whole life basically on and off? What's that like?
We're pretty much brothers, so like we can yell and scream at each other, and then like 2 seconds later, it's okay.
Just fine. Like there's instances where it's like turn around, throw the rod, do whatever, turn around, call him a dumbass for throwing the rod, whatever it is, and then everything's fine, and it's back to okay, let's catch a 10-pounder.
Yeah, but no, everything's okay in the long run. It's we bicker like brothers.
Yeah, 100%.
It is what it is, and we have a great time out in the boat. There's days, most of the times when we're fishing, there's not much even being said.
It's tuned in, and
just
it's a lot of there's one or what's that or
what do you think?
You know,
I gotcha. Yeah. I suppose you guys been together so long fishing, you kind of know what each other's doing, right?
Yeah.
You don't know you expect to do this.
Yeah, it's there's not right away. I would say we tangled up and stuff like that a lot, but when we started scoping together, but now it's
like I'll cast if I miss it or that fish didn't react, whatever, then he's casting before as I'm reeling in like that. We're a well-oiled machine when we're up front.
Okay, so I want to get into this. I want to get people that so when you guys are in the front of the boat together, you're fishing the same live scope. Are you do you pick out a fish to throw to and then look over, he picks out a fish to throw to and you throw independent, or you're always fishing the same fish?
Same fish.
Fishing the same fish.
So
a lot of times
we make
sure two presentations at once.
Yeah. So we make sure just one jig is being seen by that fish. If there's the walleyes get weird when they see two different baits coming at them, and so that's why. And like when we take people out too, it like they get excited and they cast. Well, it's like okay, let's get that fish as lit up as possible, as good as the signature lit up is
right in front,
and then we're gonna situate ourselves. We're gonna see what that fish is doing, then we're gonna make our cast depending on how far you want to cast to or how far you need to. But other I don't know, what do you?
He throws a jig and I throw a hard bait of some sort, reaction bait. That's pretty much how it goes.
I'm a big Max has got me on the jig and a worm.
So you got the dirty fingers and he's got the clean hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know because it depends on the day. Because one day the jig and a crawler might catch fish, and the other day a finisher might just bend them over. So
but you
just don't know.
It's always, but we always try. Like obviously, when tournament comes, the day, 2 days before tournament, you start to figure out really what you're throwing, and then you start rigging your rods more with the same stuff. But during practice and even when we're fun fishing, we always try and have a different, because if that fish reacts on yours but doesn't bite, that doesn't mean he's not gonna, and he's still hanging around and you can see him. Right. That doesn't mean he's not gonna bite. Just throw a different bait at him.
There's actually this is probably the craziest encounter we've had with live
scope. This is insane.
He casted at a lake out west of town. He was casting at this giant, and he cast at it. Was it me that was casting?
No,
at
yeah,
it was me. I casted at it
with
what was it? The finisher, wasn't it?
No, you had
a death jig or something. Yeah, it was a death jig. Threw a death jig at her, reeling it above her head, doing the whole thing, and she comes up and just lashes onto it, and I'm like, oh, she's got it, Nick. Look over and set the hook and just gone. And he keeps her lit up.
I'm watching this
fish. Watching her, and he goes,
and she dives down,
and he goes, Jack, look, what's that coming out? Like
spits the jig out of her mouth. I watch it fall to the bottom of the lake, and I cast at her, and it was like boom, boom, and it boom, and it was like a 28, like 8-pounder. Spit his jig, came back and ate his.
Wow, that's crazy.
It was insane. I literally watched that fish come down, spit the jig, and then as that fish turned away, I cast it in front of her. I reeled it in front of her, and she just two turns, and it was done.
Wow. So is there other tournaments you guys plan on fishing on, or just kind of stay with MWC?
Yeah, we're gonna fish. So we got into the NTC, the National Team Championship. And then we'll also be fishing the NWT out of
Mobridge. I think we're both going to fish as pro for that one.
So I was going to ask that. Is there anything to go singlet, and who would go, or if we're both going? That's cool.
Yeah, I think we'll both.
I think you
guys are hooked.
And then, yeah, I mean, why not? We travel with a few of them.
Yeah.
Right.
What's going to hurt?
It's not going to hurt nothing. I mean, we might be out $2,200 or whatever it is to get in, but. It'll be a hell of a lot of a good experience. Oh, yeah. I know that for a fact, and to be able to
and it's the same time as what the MWC was this year.
Oh,
so
there's a lot of knowledge there.
There we have some knowledge, but
those fish act the same.
Yeah,
yeah,
and that's our favorite. Yeah,
that's our favorite body of water. When those tournaments show up on lakes at your time of year, when you know you're good there, right? You have something figured out, because not all of us can have every lake figured out, especially if we're getting started. It's hard to have those spots ready to go.
Yeah, that's one nice thing. But the other thing is when we go fish these tournaments, we're spending a week out there. So I mean, we're giving it
sun up to sundown,
the college try. I mean, we're doing everything.
Yeah, we leave a week and we fish sun up to sundown, and try and get as much knowledge as that body of water, because like you said, we don't have much knowledge.
There's no background.
And then like next year in the rivers, like the rivers, like we've never fished a river.
That'll be first time.
Like that's going to be a good new experience for us. Like, we need to get that
for the river.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Because the Walleye is more of like a reservoir than a river.
Right. So when you guys travel, are you bougie traveling, or being young kids, are you sleeping in the back of the truck?
No, we like our beds.
We're thankful enough, and we're lucky enough to have really good support and sponsors from home that take care of us very well.
Yes. So and we can go and stay in a nice bed.
Yeah, we stay in we do stay in a nice home or Airbnb.
There you go.
With everybody.
Yeah, we get it with the whole team, Max and all of us.
So it makes it a lot of fun. Yeah. You're not just going fishing, and it's not just him and I. We get to have everybody around every night.
Then you can come back to camp and
right,
shoot the shit and do what dudes do.
I mean, I didn't, I thought maybe you guys want to do the hard life for a little bit, travel, sleep in the back of the trucks.
I don't know if I'm cut out for that.
I mean, like you said, you're fishing sun to sundown. All you need is a place to lay your head for about 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice when you get off the water as that sun going down. It's like, cocktail would be nice right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So what do you think the biggest challenge for you guys in your first season coming out here on MWC? What was kind of like something you didn't expect, or that was a little rougher for you?
And not that we undercut it by all means, but I mean, there's a lot of very, very good anglers.
I was right.
Very good anglers.
The local talent around.
Yes. And there's every tournament that has their local anglers that just know a thing or two that, just they're very good fishermen.
Like we know when we show up to these places with no background knowledge, it's like, hey, the locals, like we got to find some locals and get to talking, because every time the locals know more than we do and know everything, and every time the locals beat it. I mean, they're up there, they're in the, you see it in the leaderboard.
Well, just like Cass Lake every year,
look at Cass
every year.
Look at Cass Lake almost 3-4 years back. And they're all locals.
Bemidji and
right. Yeah, it's great. I mean, those guys fish that lake over and over again. I mean, it's so different. That's their home body of water, right? They're just chomping at the bit.
Nights out there. I mean,
it's no different. Him and I fishing Bitter Lake. Him and I both run snow bears on Bitter Lake in our off season, guiding out of a snow bear. So, not only are we out there in the boat, we're out there in a snow bear. I know quite a bit about bitter, and I guarantee you I could learn a lot more.
Yeah, there's so much. Bitter's like one of those, for us, is an endless body of water to learn on, because there's, I mean, from islands to trees to
there's
rocks.
Everything out there.
There's farmhouses underwater. There's a lot of stuff out there that, I mean, fish relate to that you would have no idea that. I mean,
I found a ice castle last year on my scope out in the there,
just
painting around. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, there's a, you can see the window on the scope and everything. It's fun.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, but there's so much out there. But like, it's nothing
just like
compared to the Great Lakes, though. The Great Lakes are unbelievable, and I love fishing the Great Lakes.
That's one thing that I'm glad that we did is
fish
the Great Lakes. That's nothing like here. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
That's pretty. I mean, that's your guys' placing though is pretty. I mean, kudos to you guys. I mean, it's tough coming across country, not knowing, never been to place before, and then just to fish it, figure it out, get some fish on the board, and get confidence to come back the next day and work.
And with that on Erie, I had no graphs on Erie.
Yeah, no maps, or like his maps were cut out like halfway out there and stuff like that. So it's like we talked to a lot of locals and learned a lot, and that's where we met Max and started everything with Max. So but it's you learn a lot, but I would say the biggest thing, especially with, like, being new to everything, is like having patience, because you go out, like Michigan, we didn't have fish in the boat until it was probably the Tuesday before the tournament, before we actually figured something out. And we started fishing on Saturday. Mm-hmm. We didn't catch a walleye for that long. And then Tuesday, I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
No, I hear you, man. That's what people think, it's that all these guys just show up someplace and catch fish. And if you're new to a body of water, it's going to take you 2-3 days to figure stuff out just to get a fish in the boat.
Yeah,
all they see is the 5 that they bring into the scale or whatever it is. Like, they don't see the hard work and dedication that every single angler is out. I mean, we're by no means the first ones to the boat ramp, but there's people there that are there way before us, and when we get off the water, they're still out there.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
And I guess I don't know. Do we fish harder? Do we pre-fish harder? I don't know. I don't know if we can pre-fish any hard. Like, I don't know. This coming year, I really want to do well.
Yeah. It's one of those things where you just got to learn the lake, right? I mean, you can't learn it all in a couple days.
No, you got to give, if you want to give yourself a chance, you have to give yourself a chance. Mm-hmm. You can't just show up 3 days before and think it's going to happen, because I promise you it will not.
Yeah, like, I'm not expecting much on these river tournaments, to be honest. I'm expecting I want to maybe top 30, and I want to learn.
Yeah.
If we cut a check, that, or if we find something during practice that we're like, okay, we can win this, or we can do very well, then it'd be different. But as of now, like, going into it, not knowing anything about those types of rivers, I mean, top 30, get some points, learn some points. Yeah, learn some things and keep moving on with the years is what I'm hoping for on those.
Well, you're coming to my home waters next year too, as well.
Yeah, we're coming to Winnie. We'll be there. You're absolutely right. We'll be out there.
That's Max's
home body.
That's Max's home water too. Yep, you're correct.
And then he gets to come to Bitter for our home body, so it's
that's perfect. You guys do any side bets on that?
I don't know, but he's
sure.
staying. I can see his Airbnb down the road from my house, so
that'll be a fun one.
That'll be a good time.
It'll be a good homecoming for everybody in the team.
Yeah.
Right. Are you worried about coming back home and fishing?
Yeah, a little bit. Definitely, because there's definitely people watching around here that'll have their eyes on what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is tough. I mean, my first NWT was on Winnebago, and I'm like, I was so terrified of stinking it up and being a local too, right? And all that stuff too. You're like, my brain was fried. I was doing things I've never done before. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing, man? Just do what you do, right? You're so worried because
you get caught up in the
I've gone other places where I've watched local guys just crash out and see some guy from I don't know 8-10 hours away come in and just hammer the fish and do something completely different. And you're all thinking, all this pressure, I have to get outside of my comfort level and find new spots, which is a good thing to do anywhere. But then to do it and then have a tournament week, and all of a sudden you're like, and then you see, that's this. He's hammering him in my spot. God, and you're like, shit.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one to play a little defense. Bitter will be a fun one to play a little defense at, and just kind of bebop around and because I don't know.
Maybe go find some crazy things.
Yeah, go
that
find
we've never done before.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You get to go right on your home waters right away. It's not very often. Well, way out there either, right? For you guys, there's not a lot of stuff that comes out that direction. Well, so to have one right away.
Bitter's fun. I mean, we were out there in August. We were out there in mid-August this year, and we had, I think it was five or six over 25. So, I mean, they're out there.
They're out there. They definitely are.
They're out there.
They're
tough to catch.
Yeah, they're stinkers sometimes. That's for sure.
So switching gears onto the outfitters, is that is that a full-time thing? Are you guys part-time in the outfitters? Or?
That's part-time, and if there's people that want to go that get a hold of us, we're more than happy to make the side cash and take them out.
Yeah, it's
but
leisurely thing.
Yeah, it's more. It's definitely not a full-time thing.
No,
but it makes it fun for us, and we don't get burnt out. And like I said, him and I get to go. We go guide for another guy that has a few snow bears and stuff, so we get to do that too. It makes for a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So what's it like guiding out of a snow bear?
We
don't have the ice.
Yeah,
we don't have the ice for that kind of stuff.
If you ever get you have my number, if you ever get the opportunity or want to come, I strongly recommend going fishing in snow bear.
You're staring at a LVS 34 on 2 TVs and making pizza and brats and
and just hanging out. It's 70 degrees in there.
And do you guys ever leave?
No, you just pick up and go to the next spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't have
electric augers must be awesome for that now.
You burn through batteries, that's for sure. But
I blew up 2 drills.
I blew up one last year.
I snapped 2 augers and an auger chuck last year. How
much ice you guys rolling?
Later in the year we're pushing 2.5 feet.
Yeah, 2.5 feet.
So moving around like 8-9 times a day in a snow
That's
bear.
when we're running extensions too.
Yeah.
So, an extension in a snow bear, you got to think it's tight quarters.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and then you got 3-4 other guys.
Yeah, you got 3-4 big old dudes in there too. It makes for a fun time.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun though.
What's the minimum ice when you guys start running those?
6 to 8.
6 to 8 is what they
really
say. Yeah, you can push it for sure as long as it's clear. 6 to 8.
Yeah. I've definitely had the whole shift on me and stuff before, but
you can push these guys. Is every time
you just pick up and go over to the next spot.
Wow. It all depends on how confident you're feeling that day, truthfully. It's just
how confident of a captain you are that day.
How big are you feeling that day?
Yeah. Oh. No, but it's fun to always be fishing. It's fun to always be like in the knowing of like what the fish are doing, catching fish. Like that's what gets me is always being able to fish.
Right.
And I can't fish out of my boat, which that's what I would really rather be doing. But it's fishing. So
right. You're always learning. Even if you're on the fish, you're always learning, right? If you
absolutely.
Always learning something about them.
And the bite gets so tough around here the later into the year
it gets and the colder
because the amount of pressure that there is and the people that follow the snow bears around is unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Like you go to a hometown bar or a bar around there or anywhere that's got like guide services with snow bears, it's every local telling that out of stater to go follow the snow bears.
And the snow bears is us.
I had a 25-foot ice castle pick up 5 different times, followed me to 5 different spots, and I moved within 15 minutes of every spot.
I've had guys be no more than 2 steps off the front skis. They don't give.
They'll drill right by your skis.
Do you guys ever move just to move when they show up by you?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Just to throw their brain off a little bit.
Yeah. It's you can do some really fun stuff to people, especially when you start doing that. They'll get right up next to you, sit down, you just pick up and you move like 30 yards to the left or something like that.
Like once they do all their work is shoveling the snow.
Right. As soon as they get all set up and then
then you just hit your butt and pick up and drive away.
A lot of work to move an ice castle around.
Especially if it's not on hydro.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and then banking it in because it's always windy.
Yeah.
You can bank on it being windy.
That's crazy. So, well, I was gonna say. Oh, so you do the ice guiding. How long does that guys go for you guys out there?
I mean, 2 months is what you typically get.
I think we got 84 days last year.
84 days last year. I don't 2-3 months.
Yeah.
Is about it. I mean, there's only certain lakes that you can start on because they hold the better ice, and then you can eventually start venturing out. But it's it's a gamble. It's weather.
That's the ice though is like obviously South Dakota draws for ice fishing for all the perch, which it's not near as good as it was when we were 15 and 16. It
was really good
and way better.
You guys should have thrown some back then.
Hey.
I think all the
my dad told me to keep them.
I think all the other standards need to throw them back too.
Yeah. No, but seriously, that's true. Like Bitter Lake used to have phenomenal perch fishing.
They're all fished out. They're gone.
It's like in the schools of perch that you do get to come through, you see them come through on live scope and they don't bite. They will not bite. No. I mean, I think we caught total out of Bitter Lake last year out of 4 or 6 snow bears. I think we caught 10 perch total out of 6 snow bears, and we guided 84 days in a row.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
and we seen the schools of them. We talked to one guy that caught 20 of them one night. He said the only way he could catch them was with his underwater camera and a tungsten, and he couldn't even see his tip or feel the bite. He just saw him suck it in, and they would spit it out as fast as they would suck it in. So you'd watch them suck it in and then set the hook.
Wow.
That's the only way he could get them to bite.
They get really weird.
It's insane. But the walleyes early in the season, the walleyes anywhere you go,
you go just hammer on all the 18-inch walleyes you want.
So what's that like? Are the walleyes out there? Is your population pretty good out there? Is the South Dakota guys helping you out there, or is the DNR helping you, or
just on Bitter, or on all?
Just in general, if you're fishing out there.
They haven't stocked since COVID, so anything that has happened is all natural reproduction. But there's, I mean, we went. I mean, every time we went fishing around here this year, we made it a point to choose a different lake, so that way we weren't, getting stuck on the same fish or whatever it was, and we didn't have a problem finding fish all year long. They're all still holding, and big ones too. There's big fish out there.
There is.
Wow, that's good to know. And it's weird they're not stocking, not doing anything. Kind of.
Yeah, they build boat ramps sometimes.
Then sometimes.
But like, there's two new boat ramps that they built now, and that was within the span of like 7 years.
Yeah, that's the one nice part about going to all the other Great Lakes and stuff. There's no gravel roads with these accesses.
My
and
boat
stuff
gets so dirty going down the gravel. Like, I'll wash it, and then it's like,
you go to Michigan. You just got to pull off the highway, and there's this nice big beautiful boat access with nice big concrete ramps and everything. It's like, dang,
How's
right?
Wisconsin?
Wisconsin's good. We're pretty good. I mean, obviously you can get to the areas up north that are still iffy for what you're getting with, but around Winnebago, we put a new one in pretty much every couple of weeks, it seems like. And there's, you know, you just got to be careful of not all places take care of their rocks in their harbors. You got to be kind of careful of that. I don't know if you remember the year that I fished the NWT, last time NWT was in Winnebago, I was right behind Owen when he tore his motor off coming out of the open.
Oh, you were?
Yeah. I felt bad, but I'm like, I mean, shit, there's not much I can do to help him. And here we are. But yeah, and
that was
fast forward this. Yeah, it was a boulder. It had been the way. They had been made aware of the boulder, and no one ever moved the boulder. Ironically, this year, I hit the same fucking boulder and didn't do as bad as damage because I was just putting along. I was looking like 6 miles an hour getting ready for launch. But I hit the same freaking boulder. And I'm like, God damn it. I know that boulder's there.
They're going to take care of that?
I don't.
Because I'm going to hit it.
Yeah, he'll be the one. He'll be the one to find
it. Well, you find me, I'll let you know where it is.
Move it before I come, please, because that's how I lost my old boat. Is I hit rock pile,
smoked a rock pile.
There is, and one thing about Winnebago, there is a lot of rock piles. That's one thing. And my whole life.
Are they charted?
Not all. Yeah. Are you Garmin guys, right?
Yeah. That's
yeah. I run a Humminbird.
C-Maps is probably better, huh?
Huh?
C-Maps is probably better.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand. Garmin, you know, the guy circled the world and mapped everything, but I can't get a good fucking map around here. I don't understand why they're like that. Like the Garmin.
C-Map, that is one nice. C-Maps is
I give it
better. It's better than
they got
and bird maps are.
I love bird maps.
Yeah. I disagree with their live imaging. Their side imaging's great, but their forward.
Their live is, we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, I actually have a 9-inch Humminbird that's mounted. You know, I have the 212s. Then to the right, I have a 9-inch just for maps. Just to make sure.
Absolutely.
A lot of people.
Because you know, it's the extra thing to go. Okay, if I'm running someplace, I know I'm going to be. You know, I'll be kind of close. I'll have the other one on just to check it every now and then, make sure. Because one of the first times in Green Bay, I ran ashore on a sandbar that I looked at my map and it said 12 feet. And I looked outside of the cab and then I looked over to the right and I could see the sand. I'm like, well, that sucks. And then I went and I put the Humminbird on. I'm like, just in case I'm putting this on there.
See, that's what I wish I would have done. But like when I totaled my boat to when I got my boat now, I had one day to break it in, and we went to Beta Knock.
Straight to Beta Knock.
Wow. So you totaled it?
Yeah.
That was.
I split the transom in two.
Yeah.
So, like where there's glued, like the top and bottom molds come together. Yeah, I split those.
So you just hit a rock pile.
Yeah.
Wide open.
Wide open.
Yeah.
50.
And what's that?
Did you? Your face plant to the screen? What happened?
It was an uneasy feeling.
I looked at it, turned and looked at him,
it was a big noise that I did not like. And he was like, "We're done."
I said, "That's it." I said, "We're done for the summer. That's it."
No.
He tore his skank completely off.
Nothing left. Completely off, bent my prop all into pieces.
And he's lucky he didn't snap his prop shaft or anything like that. But it
my prop
smoked
shaft
his whole transom.
Yeah, whole transom just separated.
Wow!
Like I could take my big motor and lift the top part of the molded boat of the mold like this.
It was not good.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But did you guys stop, like statically stop?
Yeah,
or kind of kick up?
It kicked the motor out.
It kicked it up, slung it up, and then I was like, nice. And then we weren't far from the boat ramp, and then we got her on. First, we thought it was just the skeg and the prop, and we're like, oh.
We actually fished a tournament with his busted transom.
With the transom. Yeah. We were running 43. I was wondering why we were going a little slow.
Took it to his mechanic, and he's like, yeah, that's the end of this boat.
Yeah. Wow. Well,
it is what it is. You learn.
Right. Yeah, you're gonna have those issues. Yeah, I mean it's like that anywhere. You got to be careful where you go, right? You don't know, and a lot of stuff's not marked. And then you guys will know this, being the thick ice you get is in the springtime. I love when people come run across shallow. I mean, you can run, in 2 feet of water, 3 feet full bore, whatever. But in the first part of the spring, right after all the ice shoves, you don't know that a boulder isn't like right below the surface, right? I'm always terrified the first couple times across the rock piles because, God, man, I remember that ice shove was pushing in there for a while, man. It doesn't take much to push a boulder up a little tall, and all of a sudden you're tearing your stuff apart.
Absolutely.
No. Yeah, absolutely. I don't want to do any tearing apart.
Yeah, no. The tearing apart.
That's when my blood pressure goes high, and I don't like that.
So, as young anglers, and you are younger anglers, obviously, than me, a new generation, I guess, call it, and you guys use the cheater box. How does that make you feel? Do people give you shit for doing that, or kind of where's your thoughts on the whole world of the cheater box and being your your generation?
If you want to keep up in the tournament world, you got to do it. And if you want to keep up with kids our age, you got to do it. But I would say 50-50 shot on every time that I talk to somebody that's like 35, 40 and older, and then I'm explaining them live scope, and then they're immediately like, "Oh, so you're just cheating?" Yeah. And it's like, no, I'm not just cheating.
No. And then so we did take two of them people out that were saying that, and they now
they're now
the one
buying
guy
all the stuff
are
to do
buying the everything.
Yeah, he's moving he had his scope on a pole, and he's moving his scope
to the
pole,
trolling motor, and getting the noose, getting a Garmin, and getting the whole kit and caboodle. And
I feel like
trolling motor, the cable driven and not the electrical trolling motor. It's like, and we even tried live scoping with the old, what was it, the Altera or Chirova?
Oh, the Chirova, that sucked.
Oh, it was bad.
Yeah, that's not fun.
No, but I feel like it's like a 50-50 shot of it. If it's a person that really just doesn't understand the technology and what live scope is,
then I could see them hating it.
Or if it's just a die-hard cranker that just has all of his money spent in the crank world and crankbaits, and it can't give it up.
Yeah, but I see, I think it kind of breaks down to the people that fish tournaments or pay attention to tournaments seem to be okay with it, right? Because I know a lot of, Winnebago's crank world, right, for so long. Yeah. Those guys love it because they love to watch what's going on. They'll all have their, on the back on poles watching the poles. Heck yeah. Right. I watch Joel Cotta does this thing when he comes and fish in the spring up here. And we pull flies. I don't know if you guys know what fly pulling is. But it's a technique where you basically have a weight on the bottom. A weight in the bottom, and you have literally a fly that's sit back like anywhere from 4 to 6 feet. And you puff it. And the wall, it's an ebony fly. But Joe will actually pull his live scope and watch it the whole time. And I'm like, and he was driving around these people. I'm like, dude, how the hell do you keep from crashing with somebody? It's spring walleye fishing. So there's 50 boats around. You're going around this bridge. And I'm like, I don't even know how you're doing that, Joe. I can barely keep from hitting somebody. You're watching the screen and hardly paying attention to anything else. And then you have a pole behind that he's dragging like a bottom bouncer and a hit stick or something. I'm like, dude, you know what's going on over there.
Well, it's like his uncle. His uncle is learning the whole live scope thing too. I don't know if you know Scott Saint Sauber,
an American Hero Outdoors TV show.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah, and he said this summer he was out, live scoping with like the new Roller jigs and whatever, and he said there was this dude that was live scoping and literally almost ran into him because he didn't pick his head up from the screen. Like he's like, dude, you gotta look up. Like,
yeah, right.
Like there's a little multitasking you gotta do.
A little. I mean, your foot and you're the talent to do that. Like I always tell people, like if you think you're gonna buy a live scope and go be Max Wilson, you're crazy.
Yeah,
you're
nuts.
You're nuts. Right, or even like Hoyer, those guys. You could put me now. As you guys get better and I get better, and some of us tournament guys will get there eventually, maybe. But you could put me in a boat next to Max with the same exact shit, and I ain't going to be able to do that. It's going to take me a few 100 hours to figure out how to do that, right? It's not something you can just. That machine doesn't give you the talent to do that.
No, it doesn't. You got to have the hand-eye coordination. Then it's also what's 50 feet, what's 40 feet, what's 60 feet, and then your left and rights. Because you can miss that fish left and right and not ever see your bait.
I pre-fished on Sharp with Max for the NWT. I was out there for 2 days with him for just fishing, and I was in the back on the pole. And there's one day it was actually one of the spots that we fished for the tournament. We found it, and I was like, I don't know, I caught like 2 or 3 walleyes in the back, and I'm like, okay, like I'm figuring this thing out. And I started getting a little cocky. Chert looked up front, and I was like, come on, Max. It's like, come on, like you're Max Wilson. I should have shut my mouth. Because it's like, all of a sudden, it's like, boom, boom, boom. And he's up to like 6'3", 7'3". He's like, where are you at? He said one word. Now it's 10 minutes later, and I got all these. I'm like, okay, that's the one and only time I'll ever do that. I learned my lesson. Those guys are magical.
Yeah.
And I've even, what's that?
It's funny because people just think that they can do that with that when they don't. It's the time and maybe over time we all can do it. I kind of don't think so. I think you have to have a little something in you to be able to do that. You have to have that grind.
I mean, you're trying to do that in 5-foot waves and then putting a cast in front of a fish's face with that the wind
accuracy.
I mean, your cone angles. I mean, tiny.
Yeah,
not very.
That's
big.
so tough. That's so tough in the waves to be able to do that.
It is. I mean, it's a lot easier to stand in the back of your boat watching your crankbaits than it is to stand up front trying to cast 40, 50, 60 feet and waves and wind. And then that wind, and then like Erie, we're throwing ounce jigs and that current's still washing it off the fish.
Still moving him.
Like you're like, oh, that's a perfect cast.
Right. Nope.
Going down, and then, it's 4 feet to the left of him.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
That's the one thing crazy about the Great Lakes people don't understand is there's current and you're going to use weights on stuff that you never dreamed you would use.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun.
It is.
It's so much fun using
right?
stuff.
Right.
Like,
I do my own jigs and stuff. I make my own jigs, my own hair jigs. I just got sick of losing so many of them, and it was cheaper to make them. And I never made anything over 5/8, right? Never. I have 2 more spots on there. I never pour them. And this year I was up pre-fishing with David Landsteiner for the NWT Championship.
Yep.
And he's rocking ounce and a half, ounce and a quarter. And I'm like, holy shit. He's like, but look how fast they fall. And I'm like,
exactly.
I get it. But in my world, growing up, when we're walleye fishing growing up, it was get to the smallest jig as possible. Absolutely. If you can get down to a quarter in the spring, an eighth in the summer, you're killing it. But when you get to the Great Lakes, it's whole different. It's all about the presentation, how it falls. Get down there fast enough.
And then they're goby eaters. So
someplace out in Michigan.
Out in Michigan. So it's like
that's a whole nother learning the whole technique of eating it off the bottom.
Yeah.
You come here, these fish they eat up here. Not out in Michigan, they're feeding down. You gotta learn
you can get them to feed up, but it's their main fort or their main bait is
to go down. Is to go down. Yeah, it's crazy. All the things.
There's so many things that you pick up from each body of water that you can take to like your home.
I did it. We did. We learned spoon fishing out in Michigan this year. That was the very first time we ever used spoon. So I brought it home and I pulled out the spoon back home this year, and I got a big one to bite it.
Yeah.
It was like I was like, Nick, I'm gonna get one of these walleyes to bite this stupid spoon. Sure as shit.
Yeah.
That's what's cool too. When you travel around fishing tournaments, all the different techniques you got to kind of learn.
Yeah,
kind of bring
it's
back.
Crazy.
I mean, it's all. You have to know that stuff.
Yeah, you do.
You have to know how to do it.
Like you guys may have to learn fly pulling. It's that time of year. And you may need to learn that.
We might need you to come in the boat and show us how to.
Well, the problem is I refuse to pull flies. I think it's. I refuse to do it. I can't do it. So it's a big thing. So it's more for white bass, but the walleyes just absolutely love it too. The problem is I never catch any big walleyes doing it. So I'm like, why am I going to pull flies in your hand? You guys look up on video after we get off this and look at some fly pulling. You're just gonna be like,
definitely am intrigued.
What the fuck are they doing over there?
But
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Hey listeners, let's talk outdoor streaming. What is the best outdoor streaming platform out there? Well, it's simple. It's Fix TV. Not only do they have this great program, but they have all kinds of hunting and fishing shows along with some weaponry shows. So when you get bored and need something to do, get your fix with Fix TV.
Being able to control your bait and being able to watch that fish react to what you're presenting to it is so much fun.
It's way cool.
It's like, oh, I got a fish, let's reel it in. Here you're
sitting there doing the whole thing.
You're one-on-one with the fish. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it really is. Casting for fish is so much funner than, And then you get in the whole world of crankbaiting with the live scope, which is something that I love doing.
Crazy.
And just have a blast doing that.
My mind. Like, I don't know. Like, and then what I really like and enjoy now, and I wish we could do around here more, but we can't. I'm sure we maybe could, but I really like the way we fish Cass Lake and how like the Minnesotans fish with the very light gear.
Yep.
Because I love long wispy rod, throwing a worm and just.
He was actually getting really frustrated at Cass Lake because he couldn't get him to bite. And the one time I reached over and grabbed the 16th ounce jigging worm, I laid it in front of one and got the first one of the week to bite, and I set the hook, and I was like, "See, you just got to give me the worm."
Well, I was too stubborn. I was throwing an 1/8 ounce, and they wanted a 16th.
They wanted a 16th,
and I was too stubborn to throw the 16th because it was a little bit breezy out, and it's clear. So like I wanted it like 40 feet, and I couldn't get it 40 feet, so I was throwing that, and I'm like, I'm going to get one bite on an 1/8 ounce. There's no way. Like, I'm holding it, spoon feeding this, like, the fish, like, take it. Yep, here you go. And they would not. And then literally he picks up the 16th ounce jig, casts at it once. And
so like, I got to ask you guys a question. So I learned something watching a Tom Wynn interview after his last victory. And he talked about how he turns his scope away from the fish right before they get ready to bite, that he doesn't want to see them bite.
Never heard that before.
Never heard that.
That's what I'm like.
I have no idea. Maybe, it's probably because there's people that see the fish and set the hook without
I've done it.
Feeling.
I've done it.
Awesome. Especially when you're jig wrap, it's easy to do because you're playing keep away and it's like, okay, come on. And then it's like, oh shit. Oh, but no.
You get stuck in the Vexlar mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
I heard that and I'm like,
probably why he does, but
I'm like, that's crazy to me. And he never really gave a good explanation why he did it. He just said that he prefers not to see the bite. And I'm like,
I don't know about that.
I love watching that thing. Just
throwing a reaction bait at a walleye and watching the flips and circles and stuff at that thing is the craziest, coolest thing to watch.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So you guys, so next year you guys are expanding into. You guys each doing an NWT.
Just the one.
The one. Okay. Yeah. You're gonna do the full MWC.
Yep. And then we made the championship and the national team.
And then there's local tournaments around here too.
Locals, like we fished the fall brawl out of Spring Creek. That was our first time down there fishing that. That was the 16th.
Yeah, 16th or something like
whatever.
That.
But
I mean,
the fun little local tournaments that keep you going.
Blast.
Oh,
give me a good bar tournament. There's a bar tournament in town that's been obviously Winnebago's created a lot of monster walleye guys over the year.
Oh yeah.
There's this little bar tournament called Hoagie's that since I was a kid, these hammers would come through, and all I ever wanted to do was win this little 30-person freaking tournament because to me, all the hammers in town are always in that thing for the last 30 years. I'm like, dude, that's my number one goal is to bang that thing out. I did it a couple of years ago, and I was like, hell yeah, about time. Yeah. But because it's all it's you and you and the people that you fish with every day, or the local guys that know the body of water better than anybody else.
They got the fish named.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, we have that around here too. We have what we call a South League, but it's the Glacial Lakes Walleye League. That's Mike Doris's league, and Austin Ellingson and all the guys from South Dakota, they all fish that, and we plan on hopping in that next year, but. Them guys are good. Like there's straight up sticks in those leagues.
We do plan on fishing the South League too. So awesome. we'll be busy 10 weeks on the road, and then whatever South Leagues we can attend.
Wow. What do you guys do for a living that you guys can travel? Who lets you off work this much?
We work at Liftgator. It's actually one of our sponsors, and so it's removable. It's like a Tommy gate, but removable.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we also do air hitches, air safe. We build air hitches, goosenecks, and then different class sizes from 5 through 8. They're just airbag with shocks. We travel with one all through the country. Max Wilson's got one.
That's cool.
So, and then so we build those, and then powder coating, just paint parts, whatever. We build. We now build slot machines.
Yep.
So for them.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
we do it all.
Yeah, it's nuts, but yeah. So we
like it though. They take really good care of us.
They do take care of us, and
awesome.
So yeah, they're one of our big sponsors and help us out and let us take off all this time to go fishing.
Awesome.
So,
I want to get you guys out on one last question here.
Perfect.
If you had you only could go fishing one more time, where are you going? Who you taking? And what you doing?
Lake Hawaii, and I'm taking my father.
Perfect.
That's a good answer. I think I'm gonna go Fort Peck with my grandpa.
There you go.
Oh, that's a pretty good answer too. Fort Peck.
I've yet to be there, but from all the stories from listening to Owen talk and Cody Pixley and all them guys, I've heard some crazy things, and I think I need to be a part of it.
Lake I do want to go be a part of Fort Peck, but I seriously am addicted to Hawaii, and it is and will be my favorite place on earth.
He has an 11, and I have I have a 12.5 pounder. It's just a dream.
I know there's 15s and people catch 13.
Max has a 14.
Yeah, Max caught a 14 when pre-fishing out there.
That's crazy.
I mean, there's the land of the giants.
It is, yeah, absolutely.
And this is the time of year we're going to start seeing Facebook light up with them bad boys too.
Yeah, we're going out this coming weekend, and then we got one more trip out there planned for the weekend after Halloween. It'll be ice on our lines, but it'll be fun.
That's the time.
That's the time.
They put feed bags on. They're eating Cisco's this big.
When we catch those 9-10 pounders, they're spitting up. They're spitting up.
I'll show you this picture.
Yeah, you should see this picture before we leave. But they're spitting. I'm sure you've seen, but they're spitting up Cisco's, and I mean they're huge. You think your bait's big? It's not that big.
Let's see if you can see it. Oh, maybe not. It's tough to see, but
big fish. Shit.
You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Now it looks better.
Dang.
So that was like a 9-pounder, and it spit up like a 15-inch Cisco in the well.
Nuts. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do your research on Hawaii and go.
The bait balls are unbelievable in there. You'll literally watch the walleyes crash those bait balls, and it's
a ball.
That's something.
It's insane. Yeah.
Well, thanks for being on, guys.
You should get out there.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely.
We appreciate it. Had a ball.
If you're looking to be an episode of Walleye Chronicles, hit me up on my socials at Matt Snell at Facebook and Instagram, or over on TikTok at Smile and Fish. Remember, there's 2 things you can do every day to make somebody's day. 1 is give them a smile, and 2, take them fishing. Thanks a lot.
You bet.